Hello friend, and welcome back to Betta Days. Let's talk for a moment about the elephant in the room. If you have been with the channel for a while, if you've been a part of the Betta Fish family, you'll probably notice that there's something missing. Right there. There's something missing. Yes, my 10-gallon tank is gone. Why is it gone? We will get into that in just a minute, but I wanted to briefly explain that today's video is just going to be a little bit of a vlog, if you will. I'm going to be showing you a few things, telling you a few things that have been happening within the last couple of weeks, because quite a few things have changed, and I can feel that an exciting new chapter is beginning, and I really can't wait, and I wanted to just take a moment today to share it with you. But if you do happen to like today's theme, let me know, and I would love to make more of these just little update, kind of chat with me videos. Let's go ahead and give a small update on Walter, just so you know he's totally fine. If you notice though, I do have a new light. I'm super thrilled. I posted a YouTube short about that not too long ago, so if you didn't see it, I got a brand new tank light. I'm in love with it. Amazing. I will leave a link to that in the description. It is so much better. It reminds me a lot of a book light that has a little bendable neck, so I can actually get into my tank when I'm working on stuff. I love it. I don't have to move it anymore. It elevates the tank. Love that. So yeah, that's new. Walter himself is doing really well. He still continues to color up. His body actually has a few little red specks now, so I expect he will continue to change color, and I'm excited to see how he'll look in a matter of a few months. So he's doing well. His tank is doing well. It could use a little bit of a clean right now, but I've been out of town for the last week, so I'm kind of catching up now. I'm catching up on a few things. I was sick for about a day or two, so if I happen to sound a little bit congested, that's why. I'm over it. I feel so much better. Now, let's get on to why this tank is here. As you may have guessed, I do have a little bit of sad news. Alexander has passed. I did make a few posts about this in my community section of this channel, so you likely already know, but if you didn't, yes, Alexander's passed. He ended up living about 2 years, which is actually really good for a king betta, so I don't have any regrets. I love the amount of time I had with him. I definitely feel like the tumor played a huge role in the amount of time I had with him. Probably a month or two after I got him, I noticed that the tumor started to form. It was really only the size of a scale, but slowly it had progressed, and it really took over most of his body. His fins were starting to degrade, so it really got to the point where I was ready for him to go, more for his sake than mine. Of course, I wanted him around as long as possible, but it got to the point where I felt more peace in knowing now that he is passed, and I am glad that he can now rest in peace. Now, why is the tank gone? Well, I sold it. I got rid of the tank, so I will not be having that 10-gallon anymore. However, I do have a new tank underway. I have bought a brand new one. I've decided that I'm going to switch from a 10-gallon to a 7-gallon. Why am I sizing down just a little bit? The 10-gallon was too big. I mean, you'll always hear me and other fish keepers advocating for larger tanks for your betta, but in reality, the minimum size is 5 gallons. Even that is pretty big for a betta. They'll do okay in a 3-gallon. Some people will actually fight you and tell you that a 5-gallon is too small. Look, if you have one betta, you don't have any other fish, any other tank mates in there, one betta, they're fine in a 5-gallon. The 10-gallon, I'm gonna be honest, I only ever had Alexander in it. It really swallowed him up. I mean, for real, I hardly ever saw him. He was swimming in and out. It was also very tall. It was kind of hard to take care of the way I had escaped. It was very hard to get to the back around the glass. I had a hard time keeping it clean, so I decided to switch to a 7-gallon, and it's a rimless tank. This 10-gallon that I had black rims around it, and I started feeling like it was too dark for me. I really like light and vibrant tanks, so I bought me a 7-gallon cube rimless tank off of Amazon, and I'm really excited with my choice. I really love it, and I can't wait to get it all scaped up. already ordered it, and I ordered all the supplies, which I got in yesterday, so I decided I'm going to kind of show you all those supplies and walk you through it really quickly because I just think that's kind of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and lug that box of stuff out here so I can show you, and we'll kind of go through that real quick. First up, we have my new favorite substrate ever since I got the 5-gallon, the Fluval Aquatics planted substrate. I really like this stuff. The last time I bought it for this tank, it was actually on sale, and I could kick myself for not buying more. It was $12 last year when I bought it. This was like $18 or $19, so I really should have bought more. But I really didn't think ahead, unfortunately, so I did have to buy this for a little bit more, but it was still fairly reasonable considering how long it lasts, and I really do love it. In the 5-gallon tank, I did not cap it with anything, but I'm wondering if that's why I have some algae issues that I do now. So I got something to cap it with. I got this really, really fine gravel. I don't think it's sand. It says sand on here, but when I just looked up fine gravel, I didn't really want sand, so this may or may not be a sand. I don't know, maybe it's just like a coarser sand, but I really like it. I wanted to go for a lighter color as well, because I want the tank to feel light and bright. I'm sure you can imagine, you know, this just being on the bottom of a tank versus this. It's really going to brighten and elevate the tank, and I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to cap that substrate with that. Still haven't quite figured out the layout of the tank, so if you have any ideas or inspiration, you can maybe drop that in the comments for me, or you could tag me in a video if you know of a good scaping inspiration video somewhere out there. Lastly, for the scape, I bought some of this wood, and I am waiting on something else to come in. I didn't order it from Amazon. All this is from Amazon, but I did order some lava rock from Etsy, and I'm really excited about that. That hasn't come in yet. It's on its way. But the last thing that I have on hand right now for the actual scape is this wood. I ended up ordering a pretty large pack. I think I got 3. I ended up getting 5 pieces in total, so it's going to be a lot to work with. But I think I got some super good pieces. I'm definitely excited about this. They're all different. My plan is to take the rocks and somehow either in the middle or maybe to the sides, I'm going to arrange the rocks, and then I'm going to kind of be weaving in the wood with those rocks. So I'm going to try to make it look natural, just kind of flowing in and out. I'll probably put these together in some way that makes them flow better and look natural. But I'm really excited about that. I got a lot of these. I haven't boiled them yet. I do want to wait until I get the rocks in so that I can make sure I don't need to return this, but I highly doubt that I do. I think this piece is so gorgeous. The one thing I've only ever been sad about when buying wood for a tankscape is that it never stays this beautiful, bright contrast. I think it's gorgeous. I wish it stayed like this when you put it in the aquarium, but once you boil it and you soak it and it gets really waterlogged, it just turns really dark and it doesn't look like this anymore. Which makes me so sad because I just think it's absolutely gorgeous like this, and I really, really do wish that wood stayed like this when you put it in your tank, but unfortunately it doesn't. It gets really waterlogged and then it just looks kind of dark. But I thought that maybe the sand or fine gravel that I bought to cap the main substrate with, I thought that that would kind of elevate the tank because that won't get much darker once I put it in the tank, and that will kind of help with these. And the rocks also should be a lighter color, so that should also help. I also forgot to mention, but yeah, I did buy this. I needed another sponge filter for the tank. I'm going to have to completely recycle that tank since I sold the old sponge filter with the other tank. I didn't like it. It was too big and clunky. This, my all-time favorite. Here's my hand for scale. It's literally just the size of my hand. It is small, it is really, really good. This is built for up to 10-gallon tank, so I highly suggest it. I have had this exact one in Walter's tank, and I love it. This was seriously $4 on Amazon. I love it. I'll link this as well in the description. But I love it because it's easy to hide. If there's anything you should know about a tank heater and filter, it's that they should be easy to hide unless you just don't want to make your tank look really pretty and aesthetic. I think a lot of people really do, including me. I want to make it look as nice and natural as possible. And to me, equipment and stuff just hanging out and really obvious to see, I think that kind of ruins the look and feel of the tank. So it is very necessary to me that they're easy to hide and tuck away. I actually just realized I wasn't even holding this mic as I was talking, so I hope it picked up my voice okay, because I'm not revealing that. So what am I waiting for? Right now I'm waiting on the tank to come in, and I'm waiting on the rocks. And after that, I just need to find some plants. I have been reaching out to a couple local fish keepers I know, a few people that helped me with Walter's tank, getting some plants for that. I do know a few people locally, and I did find someone on Mercari who looks like they're pretty good. So I will be ordering plants and receiving plant cuttings and gathering those all together soon, because I am planning on getting this tank set up and cycled. As far as what fish am I going to put in there, you know, is gonna be a Betta. I just love Bettas. They're my absolute favorite. I can't really imagine life without them, so we're going Betta again. I'm going to try to do the exact thing that I did for Walter, which was really fun. I put out a bunch of posts on my local Facebook groups asking if there's anyone in my area who's looking to surrender a Betta. So I'm going to be doing that again, and we'll see what happens. My best bet, if I don't get one locally from somebody, I would get it from my Pet Supplies Plus. I have a Pet Supplies Plus in the area, and it's actually a really good location. Everything is clean, the tanks are clean, the Bettas are in cups twice the size of the typical pet store containers. Some of them are actually in tanks in the wall, so I would much rather support them. I actually buy my fish food from there too. They only ever keep a few Bettas at a time, which I think is good. I don't like seeing just walls and walls of them, because I know there's no way they can care for all of those. But when I go, there's usually about maybe 20 at a time. I like that number better, and I like that they always look clean and really healthy. I found that one. I don't feel bad supporting them, so I will likely buy from them if I don't find anyone in my area. But we'll see. We'll see. That's part of the surprise with this whole thing, and I will be keeping you updated on that as well. I may even create some posts in the community section of this channel to keep you updated on that as well, if I don't just talk about it in my videos. So you will stay up to date on that. I am really excited about where this is going to lead. I am also excited because I know that this scape in this tank is going to be a lot prettier than my last one. I feel like with each tank that I got, the scapes were getting progressively better. I felt that Walter's tank was prettier. It was easier to clean than the tank that I got rid of. So I'm excited to see what this new tank is going to look like. I will be updating you. You will get a tank scape video, so don't worry. But if you have any ideas or suggestions, feel free to put those in the comments, because I could really use them. And I appreciate anything you would be willing to send my way. I actually have another pending collaboration with the company who's going to send me another tank light for the new tank, so I'm excited that I won't have to spend any money on that, and they really are a great company. The company is AQQA, AQQA. Good company, love their light, and they are on Amazon, so you could go check that out. Again, I'll have a link to that in the description, so that's exciting. I have the light on the way for that tank too. Hopefully it'll get here soon so that I'll have a light for the tank. But other than that, I kept my old heater so I don't have to buy a new one, and I kept my old air pump, so all I had to do was buy this, and then I have everything that I need. So I'll have to make a video at some point kind of giving details and laying out what I spent and what I got. If you would like that, let me know and I can make a video on that, just kind of how much I spent on my latest tank, to kind of help you figure out how to get a new tank if you're interested in doing that, or recycle an old one. I have a lot of different ideas of things that I could do. But that brings us to the end of today's update video. I hope that you found this interesting, and I hope you are just as excited as I am to see everything come together. I am currently compiling a bunch of inspiration photos for my new tank. I need some ideas on the actual scape. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with that, but we'll figure it out when we get there. The tank should be coming in the next couple of days, so I'm super excited for that. I'm really excited to see it. and I can't wait to get it all set up for its new resident. And then one more very small piece of information. I've been thinking about what I'm going to name the new Betta, the new guy, and I think I might go with Darcy, maybe. I'm really liking kind of the older human type names, and I am a really big fan of British literature. I really like Pride and Prejudice, so I kind of got the name from that. If you're familiar with Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen's writing, I'm sure you already knew that when I said the name, but I think we might go with Darcy for the new name. I would be interested to see what you think. If you have any other name ideas, you can also put those in the comments. Thank you for joining me and listening to me talk about fish and tanks. This was fun. If you're new here and you haven't hit subscribe yet, go check out some of the rest of my videos. And if you feel like you get a lot of knowledge and you get a lot of value from my videos, then consider hitting subscribe. My book, I don't talk about my book a whole lot, but yes, I am writing a book. It's going to be the ultimate Betta care guide. It's going to be visual, it's going to be full of a bunch of information, and it's going to be an ebook so that anybody can get it. I am also going to be translating it into some other languages. I know that I'm going to be doing Spanish and French, hopefully. I don't know which other languages, but I'm working on it. So for a very brief book update, it is in the works, it is getting there, it is getting better, it's almost complete. And with that said, friend, if you're not a part of the Betta Fish Forum, my free Facebook group, go check that out, please. I think you're going to love being a part of it, and I highly recommend it. A lot of people are getting a lot of value, and they're meeting new friends who love to keep Bettas just like you. So I have a link to that in my description as well. As a free guide, I have a little free Betta Fish care guide that is also linked in the description. If you don't have that and you're interested, go check that out as well. So I have a lot for you to check out. If you want to keep on this journey and you want to keep exploring all the things that I have available, I have tons of links for you on my channel and my videos, lots of videos on the channel. Go check them out. And as always, have a blessed rest of your weekend. Walter and I both send our love, and we will see you soon.